Welcome, Iowans for Freedom. This is a very important message. I hope you get it in a timely manner. Facebook is down right now. I was going to post it there, but I'm going to post it to YouTube and share it to our email list. As soon as Facebook is back up, we'll post this as well. Tomorrow is the big event that we've been talking about for the last month. We've been planning it for a couple months since Sonia Swan and I with Iowans for Informed Consent had our rally at the Capitol, and many of you were there. It was a great, great rally. We knew that the next step, if something wasn't done, would be to have a gathering or a rally at the Capitol during the special session when they were going to meet for redistricting. And that's what's happening tomorrow. And again, that's October 5th, 8:30 a.m. That's Tuesday. That's tomorrow morning, just to be clear. So if you see this later, you'll know that it was Tuesday. So we got together with other group leaders, ICI, the 1791 Project, the new medical freedom folks that have been having all the rallies. Of course, Kimberly and Emily will be there, the Iowa Mama Bears. But so it's a collaborative effort. You may have seen some things on it. I think ICI posted an event thing on their page. So many of you have probably clicked going already. So the point of this message is to remind you that tomorrow is important. We're going to show up. I'll be there early. A lot of folks will be there early, but it starts at 8:30 a.m. We want to have 20, 30 people at the entrance, the employee entrance, so that when all the legislators come in the morning, they'll see us in our signs. I think ICI has some signs, and we all have signs and have made signs. So then we'll meet in the rotunda, the first floor rotunda, depending on how many people we have. We hope to have 1,000 people. First and second floor rotunda. Sonia's bringing speakers. One of our members is running the sound. We'll have legislators that are available speak. We'll all speak. I'm sure that some folks will want to speak and talk about their experiences that they're having right now. And then I think 10 or 11, we'll all go up to the galleries. We want to fill those galleries when the House and the Senate are in session. We can't take our signs in there. We can't be shouting or yelling or anything like that, but we want our presence to be known. And I think it's 200 or 300 folks that need to be there. So somehow we'll coordinate that tomorrow, and we'll go up into the galleries. We'll watch these guys talk about the redistricting maps and see what they have to say about the vaccine mandates. Someone just sent me a screenshot, someone from our board, and I'm going to try to read it to you because it's very important information. House Representative Steve Holt, who, if you watch the videos I post, I interviewed him about all this stuff, about the mandates, about the Civil Rights Commission, etc. So he posted something an hour ago. Well, not an hour ago. This says an hour ago, but before Facebook went down. And he's the representative from District 18. This is House Representative Steve Holt. This morning, I will head to Des Moines for meetings today and special session for redistricting that begins tomorrow. I also hope to meet with Iowans standing against the mandating of the COVID vaccine, and that's us that he's talking about. And that's you. That's you. I will continue to support the right for free men and women to decide for themselves what is injected into their bodies, and I will work for consensus in the legislature on an appropriate response to the hysteria taking place that is not rooted in science or logic. It is difficult at this time to pass effective legislation and find agreement in response to federal mandates, when in fact, there have been no rules or mandates from the Biden administration actually published. Only a speech and a press release have thus far been done. We cannot legislate against a press release. If and when the rules and mandates are actually released by the federal government, many states can and will respond as appropriate. in court and or with legislation. I will continue to work for consensus and a strong, effective response to any federal mandates related to the COVID vaccine. The other part of this problem, which is even more challenging, is businesses mandating the vaccine to their employees. And that's what we're really struggling against right now. When I regard the mandating of the COVID vaccine, he says, while I regard the mandating of the COVID vaccine as a civil rights issue that must be addressed, other good people see it differently and believe that government should not mandate to businesses either for or against the COVID vaccine. This is why a prohibition against businesses mandating the vaccine to their employees was not included in our original vaccine passport bill that passed during regular session, which prohibited government from passing vaccine mandates or producing ID cards. Business owners also have rights, and this is the challenge before us that does not lend itself to a quick or simple solution. The one area in which government has mandated to businesses is in the area of civil rights. And my conclusion is that the mandating of this vaccine is a civil rights issue and therefore warrants an appropriate government response to protect the liberty of our citizens. To this end, I will continue to work with other legislators to find a solution. And that could be a small change in the code, the Civil Rights Code 216. It could be a change in the definition of creed or adding a new protected class. Given the unknowns, lack of long-term studies, and conflicting data surrounding COVID and the vaccine, I believe that the mandating of this shot is an assault on individual liberty for what should be a personal choice free of coercion. Additionally, I do not believe that at this point that the mandating of the vaccine is an effective way to get more people vaccinated. On the contrary, for many people, it will have the opposite effect. This stopped being about healthcare long ago, given the fact that those who are vaccinated can still carry the virus just like those who are unvaccinated. The idea that everyone must become vaccinated to protect those who are already vaccinated makes no sense. If this was truly about what is in the best interest of patients and healthcare, the city of New York would not be firing nurses and replacing them with the military and nurses from overseas. If this was truly about protecting and caring for patients, the healthcare industry would not be creating one of the greatest worker shortages in our history, by causing thousands of nurses and other medical professionals to leave the profession over forced mandates. I wanted to read that to you because it's well said and written, and he really touches on the difficult topics. We are losing medical care workers, nurses, and folks to these mandates. We're going to have a huge shortage, and who knows what tomorrow will bring, but we have to keep the pressure up, and there are legislators that are hoping to see us there, by the hundreds and hundreds, because they need our support. We have people in the Capitol fighting for us. We need to send a message to Pat Grassley and to Whitaker and Winchittle and all those folks that have been really holding things up. So we want to see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Come a little early, bring your signs. It's going to be great. We're going to have, with our combined efforts, I know we're going to have hundreds and hundreds of people there. We will do our best to fill the galleries, to make our presence known, and to let them know, hey, we're not going away. This is wrong. We're going to make Iowa free, and Iowa won't be free until we have medical freedom, we have bodily autonomy. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed evening. Please don't hesitate to, ask questions in the comment. See you tomorrow.